Lots of enthusiasm around that presentation of the Star-Spangled Banner. And we've got plenty more coming up. Stay tuned. Broadcasting live, 2K Sports presents the NBA. It's Monday night. Along with Steve Smith and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And our friend on the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge, who we'll be hearing from shortly. DA, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. The Blazers have now been in the playoffs 8 straight seasons. Damian Lillard says, me and CJ in our careers, we've always won. Now, our team hasn't won the championship, but we've always won. And I think a big part of that is you know how to impact winning and make it happen. Guys, back to you.
He does. When it's on the line, it is Dame time. Thank you, D.A. And here's a look at some numbers for C.J. McCollum.
And his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better over his last 10 games. He looks so much more comfortable from beyond. There's no doubt he's got the green light to let it fly whenever the shot's there for him.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The team leaders, George and Leonard, are the wings. Ivica Zubac is out there with Ibaka, and it's Jackson in at the point guard. And for Portland, at the guard spots, longtime teammates Lillard and McCollum. Powell and Covington up at the forward. And it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Greg, both teams love to push the ball up the floor, even off of made shots.
And trying to get those easy ones before the defense can get set is always an advantage, and you're seeing more and more teams trying to speed up their pace of play.
Now here's Leonard. Moves back up. Nurkic with the block. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Jackson against McCollum. Here's Zubac. Goes up again, and it's Ibaka with the bucket inside.
When shots go up, one thing about Ibaka, he gets to the right place at the right time.
And the pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Going inside. Covington trying to break free. Lillard misses. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Wasted no time on that one.
You love the balance from Reggie Jackson. Generate more power in the catch and shoot.
Lillard left side. Here's the three. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
To the paint, Leonard with the steal. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter.
On his drives, Kawhi can be just devastating, completely overwhelming the D.
Jackson against Lillard. Over Ibaka. And the rejection by Ibaka. And even 3-on-3 break. George, that's a two-pointer. And it's good off the back rim and in.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
And then Lillard slams it in.
Dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just landed in. He wanted to make a statement.
Well, with Zubac on the floor, you know what you'll get. Gives great effort when he's engaged.
Also, the plus is, GA, he does a good job of rim running. He also dives well off pick and rolls, and combined with his offensive rebounding, gives you some size in the middle.
Here's Nurkic. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Lillard with the bucket.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Jackson against Powell. And they double up Jackson. Right side Leonard. Shoots over Lillard. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
It's a shot we don't see a lot anymore. But Kawhi is an old school player, still using that mid-range jumper.
Now here's Lillard. Last game, 26 points. The shot by Powell, no good. Powell against Leonard. Nurkic with the block.
And that 7'2" wingspan for Nurkic, he can just gobble up shots. He knocks that one away with authority.
Leonard on the wing, guarded by Powell, 9 feet out, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. That's now 8 points for Leonard.
Playing at his tempo, his pace, he's been dialed in all night.
McCollum outside. Pass to Powell. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. 6 feet out. Here's Nurkic. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Just a load. I mean, at 7 feet, Nurkic also moves well, and that combo gets him to the line a bunch.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And you know what? The work he's put in at the line starting to pay off. How about 78% on the season?
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. You know, Steve, now that we have some time away from it, how strange and wild were the NBA playoffs in that bubble?
I think the wildest part, Kevin, was having players having the same living arrangements. We'll eventually look back and view it as one of the most interesting times in NBA history.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
You know, it took Nurkic a while to kind of establish himself as a starting center in the NBA, but it didn't take long to see it's a role he deserves.
Now here's Leonard, and then Leonard with the dunk.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
You know why? Because this defense is reeling. They had to stop there but couldn't secure the rebound. They're still looking for answers.
A shot by George, wide open. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game. Lillard against Jackson. Lillard left side. And the rejection by Zubac. Feeds it to George. The second effort. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Here's McCollum. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
Now Jackson. 17 points in his last outing. Jackson is doubled. Out to Ibaka. Wide open. Rebound by Nurkic.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Covington, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. McCollum, no good. Now the Clippers with it. They're on a 17-7 run. Leonard attacking. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Clippers.
They're doing a great job defensively down low. They've already racked up a lot of blocks. They've established an intimidation factor early in this one.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
And Portland making a change here. Zeller's checked in. And here's McCollum. His last outing, he had 24 points. Stolen by Zubac. Now the Clippers moving it up. George with the ball. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Ibaka against Lillard. It's McCollum on the wing. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game. Lillard attacking, and then Lillard slams it in.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Leading by 12. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
And in that one, I thought the guys were out of sync offensively. And on the defensive end, a failure to communicate.
This was a brutal loss. You can point fingers in a number of directions, but the bottom line is they just didn't have it tonight.
Here's Lillard. The Clippers getting the bucket. In the corner, Powell with it. And Lillard kicks to Powell. Shot clock at 6.
And as good as his offense has been, Norman Powell's calling card since he entered the league is his defense.
The Trailblazers have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
Norman Powell is a veteran in this league. He plays to his strengths and rarely tries to force things.
A different look for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is checked in for Zubac, and it's Eric Bledsoe in for Jackson. And so Powell nails both of them.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
George passes to Leonard. Back to George. He's covered by Zeller. There's the double team with Covington. Ibaka outside. From outside, off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
He lobs it up, and the dunk by Zeller.
Looking back at McCollum's breakout third year, yeah, the scoring skyrocketed, but that assist rate went up as well. Effective as a decision maker.
And it's the Clippers with the ball after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Ibaka against Powell, and the shot goes in. And the Clippers lead by 12.
It's early, but they are getting pummeled on the glass.
McCollum with the ball. The dish now to Lillard. Back to McCollum. From deep three-point range, drills the three-pointer. McCollum's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Portland.
And there's the steadiness to McCollum's game. He's going to contribute from deep almost every game. It's becoming a given. And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
You know, Serge Ibaka, not the player he used to be, but he still has great touch on his shot. Doesn't have that same explosive step, but he's still good.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Larry Nance is checked in for Robert Covington. Tony Snell comes in for Norman Powell. Simons, he's checked in for McCollum. And it's Dennis Smith in for Damian Lillard. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Mann's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Here's Simons. 11 points last game. Yep, that one goes in there.
And when he was younger, Ibaka was one of the more athletic players in our league.
Totally agree, and we have to give credit to Ibaka for adjusting his game. He's changed how he's played as he's lost a little burst, It's allowed him, though, to be a great contributor late in his career.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Now, here's George. 7 points in the game. Pass to Man. Shot, high post.
Have to respect the effort on defense from Tony Snell, doing everything he can to alter the shot.
Smith, the pass to Nance. Here's Simons. Zeller inside, guarded by Bledsoe. A nice shot by Zeller.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Clippers leading by 7. George looking over the floor. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Smith. Paul George with the steal. Man gets the bucket.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Here's Simons. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Nance down low. Can't hit that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That's his first foul. The Clippers in the lead. Bledsoe kicks to George. .141 left to play here in the first. To the middle. Here is Ibaka. He's coming off a 10-point game against Sacramento.
His shot blocking dominated the game. His 3 blocks really had an effect on defense.
Well, they've weathered their turnovers so far.
Poked away. Stolen by George. The shot will not fall. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Passes it to Simons. Snell from outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
Yes, the other team is feeding off that enthusiasm. You have to try and match that energy.
No one near Smith as he lets it go. Buries the long-range jumper.
And so assured. Can't give an inch of breathing room to Smith Jr. That's when he strikes.
Ibaka, the pass to George. Here's Man. Ibaka, wide open, he fires. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Now here is Smith. The pass to Simons. Launches a 3. Excellent D there from George. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Damian Lillard winning the 2020 Magic Johnson Award, which honors the player who combines excellence on the court along with cooperation and dignity with the media.
Being recognized for giving your time, but also making other people's job easier, I take a lot of pride in that. The same way I take pride in my teammates doing well and my coaches doing well at their job, I take pride in the local media being able to do their job and give insight and give a better look into what our team is doing.
Well, Lillard is well deserving and well liked, certainly. Some of the most open and thoughtful answers you'll hear.
Comfortable with a microphone, whether it's a press conference or a recording studio. He's got quotes and bars.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
Tony Snell is out there with Larry Nance. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Smith, and it's Simons in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, mid-range jumpers are something of a lost art these days. They're still practiced by superstars like Kawhi Leonard. Coach Ty Lue said, why not work on the shots that teams are giving up? Down the stretch, mid-range shots win games. Playoffs, too. If you shoot it at a high clip, it's just as good as a three for me. Guys?
And they do shoot it at a good clip, and they rely on it quite a bit. David, thank you.
And they continue to control the glass.
Ibaka outside. The Clippers rebound. Outside, Batum. His three-pointers off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 6. And he drives in. Good.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Bledsoe outside. He dishes it to Batum. Here's Ibaka. And another shot. He lays it in. Ibaka's got 8 points.
If you let Serge get looks in there, he's going to shoot them for a very high percentage.
Here's Simons. Oh, Nance in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Clippers leading by 4. Man passes to Ibaka. And the call will be against Anthony Simons. That is his first foul of the game. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Anthony Simons. The Clippers also changing it up. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Luke Kennard comes in for Man. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Zubac the pass to Jackson. Zubac in the post. Working on Nurkic. A shot by Batum, no good. Trailblazers trail by 4. And it's McCollum off the drive. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. 7 points in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Jackson. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Nurkic against Zubac. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. 6 on the shot clock. That shot off the mark. Now Portland takes it the other way. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
They came in focused and ready to play, and despite facing little resistance, they never pulled back.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots, and again it's the Clippers missing. Jackson against Smith. McCollum kicks to Snell. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Snell's got the lead up to 1 now for the Trailblazers. Jackson up top, covered by Smith. The 11-footer. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Trailblazers have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. They get it back, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kennard. A different look now for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Nance. Norman Powell comes in for Tony Snell. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Dennis Smith. Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
That one good for 2.
On any given night, Kawhi can just take control of the offense and elite score from all 3 levels. Reggie Jackson can still provide scoring. Maybe not at the 19 points per game level he once did, but he can still make an impact.
And the rejection by Zubac. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. Los Angeles has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Here's Kennard.
Nurkic with great size at just about 7 feet. Yeah, no question who's been the aggressor on the offensive glass.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. It's a 3-point game. McCollum outside. Nurkic trying to get open. McCollum no good. And Reggie Jackson, Steve, as you said, not the big scorer he once was.
He's got a reduced role, Kevin, on this team right now, but he can still get you a bucket when needed. Credit to Reggie Jackson for staying ready at all times.
Here's McCollum. After Los Angeles picked up 3 with Ehrlich. Basket counts. McCollum's got 9.
Skilled, crafty. McCollum is a finely tuned scoring machine.
Now Jackson. Pass to Zubac. On the wing, but 2. Kennard for 3. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 6th rebound on the night.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Covington. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard. And it's 6'7" with a 7'2" wingspan. Robert Covington, Greg, comfortable guarding power forwards.
Well, he's accustomed to it. In high school, he was the same height, but only weighed 170 pounds. Even then, his coach said he was weak, but he wasn't soft.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Greg, you've got a unique view of the league, not just a former player, but great broadcaster, courtside all these games, but also as a father. What's that journey been like?
It's been surreal, Kevin. You know, anytime you have a child that has a passion for something you're passionate about, it creates a special bond. And to be able to watch him live out his journey has been incredible. And what a blessing. I would wish we'd all get to have that experience in some capacity.
That one falls. Zubac has got his 3rd basket of the night.
I love the confidence he's shooting with. Big improvement here in the second period.
Lillard, right side. It's Powell on the wing. Batum with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. Here's Leonard. And he makes good on the layup. Leonard's got 4 this quarter.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Now here's McCollum. 9 points in the game so far. Powell for 3. Kennard with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 6. Shot from 12. Nobody near Leonard. Sinks the 3-pointer. Leonard's got 19 points.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Kicks it out to Lillard. Wants to get it to Powell, and does. Back to Lillard. To end the run. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They've led by as many as 14 points. Jackson passes to Kennard. Pass to Zubac. Outside for Batum. Misses the three.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure. And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. And it's the Clippers' ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Jackson against Lillard. And the dunk by Zubac.
The playmaking of Reggie. A work in progress, but looking good right there.
Here is Lillard. 11 points in the game. McCollum outside. In the corner, Powell with it. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got assist number 5 here tonight. Los Angeles leading by 6. Jackson looking it over. Down low. Here's Leonard. And he overshot that one, missing. Portland's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Covington's shot is off, and Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac. Paul George comes in for Nicholas Batum. Mann's checked in for Luke Kennard. And Eric Bledsoe subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Leonard on the wing, defended by Covington. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Simons, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. For 3, knocks down the 3 ball. Mann's got 5 now.
A solid playmaker. Bledsoe has the vision to take advantage of an imbalanced defense.
Lillard outside. Zeller. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
George finds Leonard. Ibaka for 3. Lillard with the rebound.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
And it's Simons missing.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
And there's the call on Cody Zeller. That's his first foul. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Nance is checked in. Bledsoe against Lillard. Clock at 6. No good from Bledsoe.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside. And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
And there was a slight panic in L.A. when Kawhi opted out of his deal. It quickly went away as Kawhi signed a new one with the Clippers. The Clippers can build knowing Kawhi is in it for the long haul. Always nice to know you have a star that you can win with.
First free throw is good.
And Kawhi, one of the top players in the league. The question for many is if he's in the top 3 or not.
I don't know, GA. I think it's pretty hard to name more than 3 players who are definitively better than Kawhi. I'll say this, he's an elite talent.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Seems like every year Kawhi Leonard averages around 6 or 7 free throws a game, about the same as KD and LeBron.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 11. Inside. Unloads from 9. Does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just 1 so far. Man passes to Leonard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Aggressive play from Kawhi Leonard, drawing the foul and still taking his shot.
The Clippers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And he knocks down the first one.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Dennis Smith, he's checked in for Portland.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
To the inside. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Powell.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
1:11 left to play here in the half. Bledsoe against Smith. And Bledsoe, here we go. A 3 from Leonard. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Zeller's got his 4th rebound in this one. Smith, the pass to Simons. Zeller with it. He has 6. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on George.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Trailblazers have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
Shoot 2.
That one is off. Tony Snell's checked in for Powell. Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. And the second free throw, good. There's 45 seconds left here in the second. Now, here is George. Defense right on him. Puts up a 3. And Marcus Morris, good for 3. He's got 5.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Baca against Smith. Count it, good.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's George. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Sacramento.
Yeah, and I look at his total effect on the scoring, both as a passer and a shooter. Incredibly productive.
To the wing right side. Simons from outside. Unable to get that one. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. They've leaned on him for offense, and he hasn't let them down. He's now up to 23 points today. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, and making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. That was a combination of everybody and everyone. Everyone. Did you catch that?
I got it.
Yeah, Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. How about that first half, fellas? The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had 23 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 steal. What'd you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Clippers?
They've really established themselves on the glass. Being dominant there has been extra possessions, which they've cashed in on. Now they just got to bring the same energy in the second half.
And Kenny, what did you see from Portland?
We haven't seen any urgency in this team so far. That's why they find themselves losing at home. They need to come out with some fire in the second half and let this crowd back into the game. Otherwise, they're giving away their home court advantage.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers, a very high percentage of those in the first half.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. The guard spots filled by Jackson and George. Baca is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. Powell, the pass to Nurkic. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
Six to shoot. McCollum finds Covington.
What do you love about Serge on this end? Has the lateral quickness and hops to really challenge shooters.
Jackson, that's a two-pointer. Misses off the right iron.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George has taken some heat in recent years. He says people get so caught up in what other folks think. I'm Paul George. I don't care to be anybody else. I am who I am. You love it or you don't. Simple as that. Guys, with his play on the floor, he has answered all of his critics.
He is certainly playing at an elite level. EA, thank you.
And we all know what George brings offensively. But it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
The first free throw is good. And with Paul George and his defense, Greg, you almost forget how great of an impact it makes.
He just kind of flies under the radar with his defensive play. I mean, this guy could be considered for the Defensive Player of the Year almost every year. One of the more disruptive forces on that end of the floor.
And both free throws good for Paul George. And, Steve, we know about Paul George, a fantastic outside shooter. He's been an elite three-point artist for some time.
Paul George can get a shot up over most defenders. That's why Kevin has a career three-point percentage that's creeping towards 40%. And he seems to be getting better with age.
McCollum, no good.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
George with the ball. Now Covington defending. Powell finds Covington. Paul George grabs the miss. George has got 4 rebounds in this game. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And the athleticism of Covington is tough to contain, which is why the D overcommits like that.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
This season, he has been absolutely locked in at the free throw line. How about 90%?
And he can't get the first one.
And you know, versatile guys like Covington are a real asset to their team. Whatever you need, Covington is ready to do for you. Threes, rebounds, defense. This guy does it all.
And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Driving the lane. Passes it to Zubac. Trying to get open is Ibaka. Second shot opportunity. Zubac, that's good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Passes it to Nurkic. Covington dishes to McCollum. And there's the pass to Lillard. Now Covington. Defended by Ibaka. Covington's shot is off.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
And the basket by McCollum.
Never seems to shy away from playing in attack mode. McCollum likes to keep the pressure on the D.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Outside, George. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 6 assists now in the game. Lillard up top, guarded by Jackson. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Pass to Powell. No good that time. Great D that time from Leonard. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's foul number 2 for him. Clippers leading by 11. Pass to Zubac. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Covington against Jackson. Lets a floater go. The shot, no good.
He really can't buy a bucket, but his teammates have his back.
Lillard left side. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Leonard, no luck. Trailblazers trail by 11. Lillard, the pass to Covington. And it's sent back by George.
Not going to be Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
Contested shots and block shots. That's been their bread and butter defensively, giving up no easy looks.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
Great defense by Serge, a tremendous athlete, blessed with insane length and leaping ability.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Luke Kennard comes in for George. Just 5 on the clock. Covington. And he banks in the layup. Covington's got 5 points so far.
Hitting only 1 of 5 this quarter. He's in a little bit of a slump, but it looks like he's trying to shoot his way out of it.
Clippers leading by 11. Now here's Jackson. Looking to end his cold spell. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Positions aren't as easily defined, Smitty, as they used to be in the NBA. Most players have to play a number of roles now.
That's totally true, Kevin. The more versatile you are, the more valuable you are. Teams want guards who can crash the boards and big men who can dish it out.
That's good from Jackson.
You know, he was the 24th pick in 2011. I think it's safe for us to say Jackson's outplayed that draft slot.
And Portland making a change here. Zeller's checked in. Both free throws good from Jackson.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
It's McCollum on the wing. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. 14 points for C.J. McCollum.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
Jackson against Lillard. Outside Jackson. Lillard with the rebound. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Trailing by 10. A three from McCollum. Here's Zeller. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Jackson passes to Batum. Powell against Leonard. Great D that time from Powell. Portland's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. And it's McCollum off the drive. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's the kind of take charge attitude they want CJ to have. Attack the D at every opportunity.
First trip to the line for him here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Throw good, McCollum.
And when you think of McCollum, the word efficient comes to mind. This guy just shoots the ball and plays the game at a high level.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Nance comes in for Norman Powell, and Smith subbed in for Damian Lillard. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Marcus Morris is checked in for Zubats. And so McCollum nails both of them. Clippers leading by 8. Kennard, the bounce pass. From 18 feet away. No good there. Now Portland takes it the other way. Here's Nance. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, this league is in good shape when you talk about guys like Nance. The consummate role player does everything that's asked of him.
It's stolen by Smith. Here's McCollum. He's got 16. Out to Nance. A three ball. He can't hit that time. Here's Jackson. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Jackson's got 7 points in the game.
Able to switch gears at a moment's notice. Jackson beating his man off the dribble.
Pass to McCollum. Back to Smith. There's the pass to Zeller. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. That's now 8 points for Cody Zeller.
I mean, every time down the floor, this is what you're trying to do. Find the right matchup.
Now, Kennard. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Outside, Batum. Smith against Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Kennard. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Zeller's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And Luke Kennard signing a 4-year deal at the end of 2020. Steve, this team feels he can be a big part of their future.
Yeah, a lot of people were surprised at the size of the contract, Kevin. But it shows how much the three-pointer is valued in the NBA. The Clippers saw he provides a much-needed aspect. Nice pass by Kawhi Leonard. You can tell he's been working on his playmaking.
Jackson against Smith. Out to Nance. Pass to Nurkic. And the shot is good. He has 5.
And you got to do more than that to stop Nurkic, using that muscle to just brush past the defender.
Leonard, no luck. The Blazers on offense. They're on a 15-6 run. Smith against Batum. Down low. Here's McCollum. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Over in the corner, Batum. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And there's the call on Cody Zeller. That'll be his second foul of the game. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've led by as many as 14 points. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's some physical defense against Morris, who attacks with one of his many moves. And we'll just see what he does here at the line.
For Los Angeles, they have been at their finest 4 at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes. And he makes the first.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markieff, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
Here's Simons. He has 5. Inside. Zeller finds Smith. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And he's still scoreless in the quarter. They might need to go to a plan B to help him get his confidence. Oh no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
And the first one at the line is good. And so he hits both. Trailblazers trail by 10. And there's the drive. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
You like that he's still attacking, but the results tonight just haven't been there.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
We've seen Kadar steadily increase his three-point shots. Terrific accuracy here.
Now here is Smith. To the paint. Here's Zeller. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 3 assists tonight.
A beautiful bounce pass on the deck. He put it only where his man could get it.
We've got 1:28 left to play in the third. He's covered by Zeller. Kicks it to Leonard. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Mann. He's got 5. Little turnaround. Again, Los Angeles.
The offensive versatility of Kawhi, able to rise up and hit the jumper there with confidence.
And here's Smith. He has 5. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Eric Bledsoe.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
For Portland, they have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far. And he knocks down the first one. And Los Angeles with some changes. Baca comes in for Leonard. And Georgia subbed in for Luke Kennard. Clippers with the ball. They lead by 11. The Celtics will be coming into town for the next game. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. No good on the free throw. Good on the second free throw. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. A 12-point game. Pass to Simons. Smith feeling it out a bit. And Smith with the stuff.
I like whenever Smith leaps up high for the jam. He's a guy that just doesn't mess around when he's in attack mode to get to the rim.
L.A. has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. George double-teamed. Here's Mann. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
.24 seconds left in the third quarter. Smith with it, now guarded by Bledsoe. To the left wing. Zeller trying to free himself up. Snell, no good. Stolen. And the layup's good off the glass. Snell's got his second bucket of the night.
Tony Snell gives you plenty of size out of the backcourt. Doesn't always attack inside as much as he could.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Los Angeles on top. They're up by 10. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Los Angeles leading by 10. We've got Robert Covington. Dennis Smith is out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Zeller, and it's Nance in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Lillard with it. Smith outside. At the elbow, Zeller. And then Lillard slams it in.
And for a point guard, Lillard has some hops. Outstanding at knowing when to use them for the dunk.
And Los Angeles guys shooting 43% from the floor. And here's George for 3. Lillard with the rebound. Passes to Covington. On the wing, Nance. Portland moving the ball around. Lillard against Bledsoe.
Right here.
Back to Smith. Clock at 6. Off target from 3-point range.
He's been of no help stretching the floor tonight. Just 1 3 in the first half. Nothing in the second.
George with the ball. Lillard picks him up. That shot, no good. Now Portland takes it the other way. And it's Smith penetrating, and it's slammed in by Smith.
I'll tell you what, Smith has one of the best first steps I've seen in a long time. This guy is outstanding in terms of how he explodes.
To the middle. Here's Mann, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
All the officials are all over that one.
The first free throw is good. Powell, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Zubac is checked in for Marcus Morris. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Bledsoe against Lillard. The pass to Powell. Pass to Covington. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 4 assists in the game.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Clippers leading by 8. Now here is George. And it's George finishing it off.
So comfortable in pick and roll. Paul George is a top-level ball handler who consistently makes the right play.
Now here's Lillard. Smith on the wing, guarded by Bledsoe. Here's Lillard. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. George against Powell. George passes to Zubac. Knocks it loose. Trying to get open is Ibaka. Zubac no good. Trailblazers trail by 10. Smith for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Ibaka's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. George hacks a 2-pointer. Cans the shot from the wing. George has got 9 points here in the second half.
He doesn't need much time to get his shot off. Paul George is a dependable catch-and-shoot option.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout.
And Portland making a change here. McCollum's checked in. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Jackson's checked in. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I was able to listen in on the Portland head coach talking to his team. He said they played well in certain areas, but the lack of detail to the defensive boards has allowed their opponent too many second-chance opportunities. And that, he said, is the difference in this game. You have to get busy on the glass, Kevin.
Okay, David, thanks. Here's Mann driving in, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. So he gets them both. Here's Lillard. Guys, their comeback bid had better get started.
I don't know, guys. It's going to take a pretty big run to get back in this one.
Powell for 3. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. The Clippers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. He was all alone on that one. 18 points for Paul George.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Now, here's Lillard. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Driving to the basket. That falls. Nice feed that time for McCollum. McCollum's got his 6th assist on the night. Los Angeles leading by 14. Outside Jackson. Open shot, Ibaka. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
And that's a good job of spotting up by Serge Ibaka. He's good in those catch-and-shoot situations.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Now, that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard, that kind of spring, no lead safe.
You're totally right. That can be a shot in the arm for them. A spark that turned things around.
Here's Jackson. Portland making their last shot. Pass to man. High post, Zubats. Powell on him. Powell with the steal. Lillard with it. George picks him up. Lillard, the pass to Zeller. Powell with it. Here's Covington. Doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Ibaka. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter.
You see Serge in the painted area, feels the defender, goes on the attack.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
Serge Ibaka has gone through a lot of roles since he's entered the league. Now pretty much a shot blocking stretch 4.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. Ibaka hits both of them.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Passes it to McCollum. Down low. Here's Zeller. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Playing from behind right here. Not easy, but he is answering the bell.
The reason why is not just scoring, it's the way he's doing it. Efficient. That's what you need at this point in the game.
And here is Los Angeles now after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Powell with the steal. McCollum with the ball. Leonard picks him up. Here's Covington. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats is...
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
And with those long strides, it takes Paul George no time to get to the rim.
Here's Lillard, and then Lillard slams it in.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard, that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
You're totally right. That can be a shot in the arm for them. A spark that turned things around.
Here's Jackson. Portland making their last shot. Now George. Outside Jackson. Outside Leonard. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots over Powell. Again, the Clippers.
These are big buckets. He's been instrumental in helping them try to close out this game.
Jackson against Lillard. The pass to Zeller. McCollum kicks to Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Lillard's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
A guy who spaces the floor, but also willing to attack the rim. Lillard has confounded the defense all night. And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
The fader misses off the left iron.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And the shot goes down.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Driving inside. Banked in off the glass. Lillard's got 15 points in just the second half.
Taking things into his own hands this quarter, trying to keep his team afloat.
Jackson finds Ibaka. And here's George. The tray. Powell pulls it in. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Great floor awareness. Powell knows how to find his open teammates.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Reggie Jackson.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
After 2 straight losses, they switched it up a bit tonight, giving him a much bigger role, and it's worked out even better than they could have hoped for. Ibaka, no luck. Trailblazers trail by 13. It's Powell with the drive. Covington passes to McCollum. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
He is starting to build up a little confidence. Hit just 1 3 in the entire first half, but he has hit 2 more since then.
Leonard kicks to George. Nurkic with the block. And they'll keep possession. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. Here's McCollum. And George gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. McCollum deciding where to go with it. 3-pointer, Lillard. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. Stolen by McCollum. 3-on-3. Here's Powell. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's George. Makes it off the glass. George has got 12 now in this quarter.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
McCollum passes to Lillard. The 3. Paul George grabs the miss. George has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Trying to get open as Ibaka. Goes back up. And the layup by George. George has got 26 points.
You know, offensive rebound is largely about hustle. Paul George plays with great energy and focus.
1:36 left in the 4th quarter. Covington dishes to Powell. He kicks it to McCollum. The offensive rebound. Outside Covington. From past the arc. The shot misses. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. 17 points was their biggest margin. Jackson has the open look. Connects from 3-point range. And the Clippers lead by 15.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Clippers.
On a given night, one or two guys might have the off night from the line, but today the team did a much better job with their free throws.
They didn't lose focus, and it made a difference.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And with this win, they bring the season series to an end, guys, with a split, 2 games apiece. And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was
for Kawhi Leonard.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
That free throw good from Lillard.
Well, we talk about the clutch scoring of Damian Lillard. I'll put it in black and white. Since he entered the league in 2012, nobody has more makes in the last 20 seconds of a game to tie or go ahead. Nobody.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Little, he's checked in for Robert Covington. And McLemore subbed in for Powell. And the list of players with multiple series-clinching buzzer beaters in the playoffs, Michael Jordan and Damian Lillard.
And with a little bon voyage wave of the hand for good measure, Dame time is as real as it gets.
6 to shoot. Here's Bledsoe. Good D by McCollum. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Keon Johnson.
And crafty move by McCollum there, making sure he initiates the contact before letting the shot go.
And the Clippers making a change here. Zubac is checked in for Hartenstein. Ibaka comes in for Winslow. Paul George is checked in for Johnson. And it's Jackson in for Eric Bledsoe. Ibaka, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Well, it's important to get points any way you can, and Ibaka's turned himself into a good free throw shooter.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Ibaka. Nancy's checked in for McCullough. And then for the Clippers, Hartenstein, he's checked in for Zubac. Winslow comes in for Leonard. And it's Johnson in for George. And so he makes both from the line. And here are the Trailblazers now, trailing by 13. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Johnson. The first one falls. He's off on the second. And here's Portland. It's a 14-point game. Portland no good that time either. And here's Jackson. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Kawhi, how satisfied are you with your team's performance tonight in this win?
We did a great job tonight. You know, we got to come in every game with the defensive hat on first, and we did that tonight. We made shots, and we ended up winning the game.
You took it to them when it mattered, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.